Know what I'm gonna do, cause there ain't no cure for the mono green blues. Mono green blues schmooze. We don't have the blues over this. This is cheap as the dickens, sir. This deck is so cheap and so good. Now, this is one we've been testing in the backdrop a little bit before. We did a mono green stompy last year. This is not a mono green stompy necessarily. This is super budget, super good, and it really has been going toe to toe with some top tier decks. So you can get this very cheap. We're going to have a deck list available soon. We don't have the deck list up yet, but it will be in the description periodically. Again, thank you guys for joining me so much. I do appreciate all these videos. You know, the obvious, come back, enjoy them, subscribe. We always do new stuff. Let's see here. Okay, let's get into our creature base, which is mighty big here. We have a big old creature base. All right, but it's pretty basic. So, low to the ground for a mono green deck, and can get very big very fast. We're running 2 Llanoware Elves. Okay, now you could run 4 of these. And just like this here, we have 1 Ennoble Hierarch. Okay, and we're running 1 and 2 Noble Hierarchs. So we have Nobility and Innobility. Now to keep this budget, you go Llanoware, or Ennoble, whatnot. Ennoble Hierarch's totally not necessary. Just what they had when I went to the game store. It's a little pricey, actually. So definitely you could put some Llanoware in there. And that being said, we have Experience... So those are our mana dorks, as it were. We have Experiment 1 here. Experimento Uno, sir. It has Evolve. Remove 2 1/1 counters from Experiment 1 and a Regenerate. Evolve, in case anybody doesn't know, is whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, if that creature has a greater power or toughness than this creature, go ahead and put a +1/+1 on this creature. So that's going to happen pretty frequently. And it's wonderful having +1/+1s on our Experiment 1. So we're running a full play set of those. And to augment that kind of, because whenever another creature you control enters the battlefield or dies, Pelt Collector here gets a 1/1 counter. And as long as Pelt Collector has 3 or more 1/1 counters on it, it has Trample. So we're just running 3 of those kind of to augment Experiment 1. They can be sideboarded, sure. Just a 1-mana 1/1 that can get big quick, and just the kind of thing we're looking for. Like Hex Drinker. This is a wonderful mana dump mid-game. It's got that level up. These levels are very cool. I definitely enjoyed this, and I thought this was cool in Modern Horizons. I liked this level up. Kind of sweet. Kind of gives like a multi-creature feel. But in any case... we have the Hex Drinker here. We're running just 2 of those. Just 2 of those. Kind of in place of 2 of the Pelt Collectors. Because that's more of a sure thing to get that big. And if that thing gets really big, our opponent's in trouble. I've actually got it up to the protection from everything a couple times. It was pretty sweet. All right, and we have here, this is one of my favorite cards in the deck. We have this Strangleroot Geist, the rare hasty green creature. Geists of the hanged often haunt the tree on which they died. So you're telling me somebody haunts a tree where they were hung when they could go anywhere in the universe? I don't think so. So a 2/1 haste with Undying. So it's basically a 3/2. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of those, of course. Why wouldn't we? We have 2 of these. Avatar the Resolute. You see this now and again. This is a little bit of an older card. So we had to take some things out to keep this budget, because this deck, I mean, is super cheap. So Avatar the Resolute enters the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter on it for each other creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it. So with our Experiment 1 and our Pelt Collectors, this can enter the battlefield potentially like turn 3 as like a 5/3. Pretty big. So that's cool. Running 2 of those. We have Werewolf Pack Leader. It's a 2/3/3. So it's got that Dautai Voidwalker-esque casting cost in green. I like that double green. Gets our devotion up. So we got Werewolf Pack Leader running 1, 2, 3 of those, right? Yeah, 3. Now our big boy in the deck here, Old Growth Troll. It's got Trample. If it dies, if it was a creature, return it to the battlefield. It's an aura enchantment with Enchant Forest you control. Enchanted Forest has tap, add 2 green, and tap and pay 1 tap, sacrifice the land, and create a 4/4 green troll warrior creature token with Trample. So this thing is very troublesome. So we are running 4 of those. A wonderful card here. Very budget friendly. Did I just have that out of frame? Ding dang, man. All right. We have Steel Leaf Champion. For 3, you get a 5/4. Now that is budget. Are you kidding me? 1, 2, 3, 4. Are you kidding me? Of course we are. And our only 4-drop creature in the deck is Thrun the Last Troll. Now, this could be a Beast Whisperer, but it isn't. It's a troll. And Thrun can't be countered. Thrun can't be the target of spells or abilities your opponents control. So mid-game, if we drop a Thrun, we can dress him up all sorts of ways. And that is certainly fun. So we have Sylvan Anthem. Green creatures you control get +1/+1. Whenever a green creature enters the battlefield of your control, scry 1. Love that. We have Vines of Vastwood. It's got the kicker cost that we're really concerned about. There is the +4/+4. It's going to make something huge. Something like one of our 1/1s becomes a 5/5 turn 2. That's very effective. We have Aspect of Hydra. Target creature gets +X/+X until end of turn, where X is your devotion to green. 3 of those. So those are very good. A play set of those I think would be too much. But a lot of people don't think that. Now this I like a play set of because this thing just is annoying for people. So we have 1 green, we get Rancor. And I'm not talking about the Star Wars creature. Enchanted creature gets +2/+0 and has Trample. When Rancor is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, return Rancor to its owner's hand. 1, a 2, a 3, a 4. So fun stacking those. All right, and then our mana base is pretty simple. We have Treetop Village to get a little something here. Just 1 of these. Treetop Village comes into play tapped. Add a green to the mana pool. Treetop Village becomes a 3/3 green ape creature with Trample until end of turn, still a land. So because it comes in tapped, we run just 1 of these. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 basic forests. 15 basic forests. So 18 lands in all. 15 basic forests. We have the Treetop Village, and then these 2 Lair of the Hydras. So if you control 2 or more other lands, Lair of the Hydra enters tapped. You can add a green and then create a Hydra creature token. So this creature, if we have some mana to dump into something, it's neat. It gets us a body on the field. So that's what that is. And I believe, just getting that something that we can, hit it with something to do something, right? And we'll talk about the sideboard real quick. Boop, boop, boop. All right, so in the sideboard we have this, which is basically, it is a, what is that thing? Ball lightning in green. Trample, haste, at the end of turn, sacrifice Groundbreaker. It's got trample, it's got haste, it's 6/1. We have 2 of those. We have Gut Shot. We're going to run 2 Gut Shots. This is just to deal with Ragavans, things like that. Troublematic things that we may come across, friends. We have Dryad Militant, just to hamper a graveyard thing. If somebody's running a breach, a combo breach deck, a couple of these in there will give them something to have to sink their removal in. So, because this is budget and we do not run Buseju, we have Natural State. Destroy target artifact or enchantment with converted mana cost 3 or less. That's a lot of things in Modern. We are running 3 of those. We have 1 Damping Spear. This is good in there to throw in just to jam up something our opponent may be wanting to do, or get away with some shenanigans with their lands. Just like storming off with a bunch of spells, stuff like that. So for our graveyard hate, we have 2 Stone of Erics. Now I like this Stone of Eric, even though it has a casting cost. If a creature opponent controls would die, exile it instead. So it stays on the battlefield. That exile thing, it keeps happening. But if you pay 2 and tap, sacrifice Stone of Eric, exile target player's graveyard, draw a card. So that card draw in green is really good for us because that's really something we're missing here. And we were running 3 ram throughs. This, having a creature deal the damage equal to its power and get that extra trample damage is really amazing. So we're running 3 of those. So against like creature heavy decks, we'll pull some creatures back and put some of this more interaction in there. So join me on the next video because we are going to do a decksplanation video of this. And as I said, I'll be updating in the next few days when I get this uploaded on Moxfield. So the list will be there. And look forward to seeing this deck piloted by Ashley or somebody. And maybe another budget deck to go against it. So thanks again for joining me, and I really appreciate all you guys. So have a good one, and peace be with you, my friends.